Hey, what's up guys? It's Michael here, and as promised, I'm about to teach you how to teleport while using the walking app Pokemon Go++, because that one doesn't have a built-in teleport, and the other teleporting app is down right now and you can't get it. So in the meantime, you can use this teleport and then get in your Pokemon Go++ and walk around. But before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. Also, if you don't have Pokemon Go++, don't know what it is, it's a super great hacked version of the app. It has a ton of great stuff. It has a scanner, kind of like PokeVision, to show you what's nearby. You can just click the Pokemon as they pop up. They'll pop up on the side, you click them, and it'll walk you right to them. You can click on the map. You can click the Pokemon, it'll walk you right to them, even before they even pop up. It has an IV calculator, so you can see how strong your Pokemon are going to be when you fully upgrade them, and which ones you should upgrade, which ones you shouldn't. It also has, if you want to hatch eggs, you just click the little flag on the left and it will just walk you around until your eggs hatch. So it's got a lot of great features. If you want it, don't know how to get it, down in the description below I have a video how to get the latest 1.3.1 version. Check it out. Okay, so basically what's happening in this video, I had made it before, like when Pokemon first came out, before there was even tap to walk apps. So what you're gonna see is a way to make a file to make your phone think that it is starting at one point, walking to another, and walking back. So I wanna go ahead and leave all that info in there in case you just don't wanna use any hacked apps. And in case, you know, the hacked apps ever completely go away or completely patch or whatever, this is not something that Niantic or anyone can ban or stop, because it has nothing to do with the app. It's just on your phone. Like, your phone will literally think it's there. Niantic will think you're there. Everyone is going to think you're there, because as far as your phone knows, that's where you are. So I want to leave it there. It's a very useful trick. Also, I'm going to show you how to do walking between 2 points, but just so you know, you don't have to do that. I mean, in order to create the GPX file that you'll see, you just have to use 2 points. I mean, you can set them right next to each other if you're not trying to walk somewhere, but even after that, after you set your points, I didn't say this in the original video, but if you just want to stay there for the day and make your phone think you're there all the time, so that anytime you open your app or whatever, you'll always be there, all you do is, as soon as you load your code, you don't have to leave it plugged in, you just unplug it. And then your phone will think whatever point you unplugged it at, wherever you were standing then, your GPS will be set there until you either reset your phone or you run a different Xcode program. So if you want to set it up for the day, just go pick some coordinates, teleport there, and don't worry about walking between 2 points. Just unplug it and go about your day and it'll be there. Now I will say, if you do that, then you can't use your maps, like your real maps, if you have to drive, because obviously they'll think you're somewhere else, so you'll have to restart your phone and then do this process again if you want to do that. Otherwise, you can leave it plugged in and it'll walk between the 2 points. Now, I will say also, if you're doing the walk between 2 points, just on the regular Pokemon app, it will eventually just stop on its own, and I have no way, I never figured out how to fix that. Just randomly, it will stop and teleport you back to your starting point. I mean, teleport you back to your home. So the best thing to do is to unplug it. That's what I recommend. Unplug it, use the tap to walk app. By far the best thing to do. Also, if you start out your day and you check a Pokestop or catch a Pokemon in one spot and you use this teleport hack, you'll still get soft banned. There's no way around that. Anytime the game sees, hey, he checked a Pokestop way over here and now he's across the country, doesn't matter what method you use to get over there, it's still going to be a soft ban. As you guys know, you know the soft ban fix by now. If not, it's down in the description. You click a Pokestop, spin it, back out, click it, spin it, back out. You do that 40 times, it should turn pink, and then you're good to go. Also, there is a way to do this for Windows, and it's not that complicated, but I'm not going to include it in this video because it would take forever. I'm going to try to find a resource for you down below, but basically just Google these things. VMware Virtual Machine, that allows you to have a Windows PC and also to be able to switch over and have a Mac. You'll be running OS X also, so you can have both. It's not like you're changing your Windows to a Mac, it's just like a side partition that you can run. So it's kind of like having 2 computers on your one computer, and you would just download the OS X there and then just run this as normal. It'll basically boot looking like a Mac, and you just do all the steps here. You know, run the Xcode, unplug your phone. So it's really not that hard. It's really not. It's just too long to make in this video, and I don't have a PC to do it with right now. So yeah. It would be impossible. But look into that, Google those things, it's really easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna run my old video, and then I'll be talking and cutting in here and there, giving new tips and updates. Okay, and the most important thing, I cannot stress this enough, don't even watch past this video without doing this. You have to update all of your things, make sure they're all working together or this won't work. So you've got to get, if you've updated your iPhone to the latest, whatever, 9.3.4, then you've got to update your computer as well to whatever the latest is that's compatible with that, and your Xcode as well to the latest. So if you're not positive, there is a way to look up which Xcode works with which firmware and which OS X. Just make sure. I'm still on 9.3.3 and using El Capitan. Okay, so I'm on El Capitan 10.11.5 because when I made that video, that was the latest. I'm not sure if it still is or not. But also, at the time, my latest was 9.3.3 on my phone, so those two work together. And the Xcode, I don't remember which one it was. But these, it's really important, these all three have to be updated to the same. If any one of them is not, it won't work. So make sure you've updated them all to the same. It's probably easiest just to update everything. Don't go to 10, because then you'll have to find the beta Xcode. But if you are already on 9.3.4, that's fine. You can do this still on 10, it's just you have to find the beta Xcode, which I don't think it's too hard to do. But why would you guys update to 10 beta? Why? Just don't do that anymore. Just wait till it forces you to update and then you update. Also guys, before you ask a question, watch the entire video. There is a 99% chance that your question has been answered in the video. Don't go skipping around and then asking questions. If it's in the video and you ask a question, I'm just gonna say watch the video. So save me the time, save yourself the time, watch the full video before asking any questions. Okay, let's get started. Now that we've updated everything, the first step is gonna be to go into your App Store, and you want to get Xcode. So you just type it in up here, Xcode, and it's this one right here. So you get it, that'll download it. Once it's done, you just install it like normal, and then you pull it up. Once it's ready, it may take a while, it's a pretty big file. So I've already got one set up here. I'll start over for you guys. First we're gonna go up to File, New, and then we're gonna go to Project. We're gonna do Single View Application. Next. You can call it whatever. I just called it Pokemon Cheat. This doesn't matter, just type in whatever. Make sure this is Swift and this is iPhone. Then we'll hit next. Then desktop, sure, I'm gonna put it on my desktop. Next. Now when you get to this point, it's probably gonna ask you to register with your Apple ID as like a developer. That's not a big deal, just put in your Apple ID and your password and that should be it. That's all I did. And then I was able to get in and use this developer tool. So just register, follow all the prompts, use common sense, just read it and make sure, don't say no to something if it says, hey, you need to do this or it won't work. You know, just read it, this is common sense stuff. Now at this point you're gonna wanna go to, up at the top, product, build for, running. That's what you wanna set it as. Now at this point we're gonna plug our iPhone in. Just make sure it's plugged in and then you go up here and you go to your phone, you select your own phone. So you choose your phone, you gotta follow the prompts here too. There may be some, it'll probably just ask you some questions. Again, just use common sense and then at some point on your phone you have to go into the settings and allow it, but I believe that happens in a minute, but it'll tell you when. Like it's gonna tell you everything you need to do, just read it and follow the prompts. So what I'm talking about at this part is you actually have to go on your phone and trust yourself as a developer when you try to run this program. It will prompt you to do that and it should tell you, but if not, you go into settings, you go into general, you go down to profiles and device management, click on your email address and trust yourself as a developer. So you plug the phone in, you selected it up here, you got your stuff, so then you hit build and run. Okay, this happened to me last time, I just hit fix issue. Anytime something happens on here, it'll mostly say there's a fix issue option. Just let it do its thing. Hey guys, one very last thing I wanted to make you aware of. It seems there has been some change here. If you get this issue, the no matching provisioning profiles found, and you hit fix issue, if it doesn't fix the issue, all you have to do is go up here to bundle identifier and put a dot and then something after it. So I'm just gonna put .1 fix, and there you go. It's all gone. Now it will run as normal. Okay, so now it says it's good to go. It's running this. Okay, so I brought up my phone over here. This is my real phone so that you can see what we do now. So we go, like I said, up here and we run this, it'll do its whole thing. If you get any issues, it'll give you a fix now option or whatever. You just click that, it'll fix it for you. You may have to do something on your phone as well, and when you do that, as you can see, it just pops up a blank screen here. That's good, that means you did it right. You just get out of there, and you'll see that it put a little fake game on there, a little blank game. I have two, because one that I was using, one that I'm showing you. But so if you got here, this is good. Now we're going to switch over to, we're gonna go to Google Maps. We have to create the map that we wanna walk around on. Now if you're just wanting to teleport to use Pokemon Go++, then at this point don't worry so much about the 2 points, just pick your starting point. You do have to right click and hit a directions to here or from here point. Just pick something nearby it. The reason is because the GPX FileMaker requires 2 points because it assumed that people want to walk back and forth. So just pick any 2 points near each other, hit directions to here, and then copy. Then just go load the code and unplug your phone. So don't worry so much about, I'm about to start talking about how you're walking back and forth, and just pick any 2 points close to the spot that you want to go. So I knew there was some stuff down in Venice Beach, so I went ahead and just mapped down there. I want to get some water stuff, and then you just basically, I made this little one. It was very easy. So just to start from the beginning, you right click where you want to be, just pick one of these options, directions to or from here, and then you pick somewhere else. I picked somewhere down here, so I do directions to here, and now this is the path that you're going to be walking. And one important thing is you want to end up back where you started. So I'm going to set my very last, right click, add a destination. So now I'll go from here down to this point and back here. You want to do that because if you end down here, when the program loops, it's going to teleport you back, and that's going to look weird to the program. So you don't want to be teleporting at any point, which you kind of have to the first time you do it when you first start the app, but after that you just want to be, you want it thinking you walk like normal. And I have a tip for that later as well that I'll tell you. So we have our path here. We see that it's estimated at 8 minutes. You want to pick a time around that in this next step. So the next step, you're going to copy this. These are your coordinates and everything. You go over to this website. It's maps2gpx.com/mobiledev.php. I'll put that down in the description. This website has since been updated to max2gps.com/Pokemon, which is even easier to use. It has instructions on the page, so just go look at that. Just paste your coordinates, the link, the website with the coordinates up top like I did, just paste it in there. It looks pretty much like this, but it's yellow and says Pokemon, and it's easier to use. Has the same options down below, so just so you don't get confused, why does mine not look like that? The link down below will be the correct Pokemon one. You paste that maps link, you go down here, you check Xcode. So as you can hear, I'm talking about going between 2 points. This is so your GPS will basically walk you there and back. Skip over this part if you're not, if you don't care about this, and just get to the part where you make the actual Xcode file, load it, and then once you get there, don't worry about the walking back and forth. Just unplug your phone and you'll be good to go for the day. Until you restart your phone, then your normal GPS will be back and running just like normal, because that's what you're using. And then simulate time duration, simulate travel duration is important. So we said it was 8 minutes, we're going to choose 10. Now I found you want it, the shorter the better. If you can do a 5-minute to a 10-minute loop, it'll start up faster and it'll repeat faster. So 5 minutes is actually the best. This one just happened to be 8 minutes, so to play it safe, I'm going to put 10. But overall, you'll see it kind of slows down the process. It takes a minute to get started, and the longer this is, I did like a 20-minute loop, and it took like 10 or 15 minutes for it to just get started, and then it felt like it took a long time for it to have to loop again. So I would stick to 5 minutes. Find a good spot that has like, you know, a couple good points. This one I think has like 4 or 6 just along the way, just doing this loop. And the points reset like every 5 minutes, so you can get a lot of XP and a lot of items just going back and forth. So once you've selected all this time and everything, you're gonna hit let's go. It creates you a little file here. I'm not gonna use this one because I literally just made that same Venice Beach one. I believe I called it Venice Test 2 because I tested 2 of them. So what you do next, you put your file here, you name it to whatever you want, and then you go down here, back on your back on your Xcode, and you're gonna go to this little arrow at the bottom, the GPS looking arrow. Now a lot of people were asking me on my last video, why don't I see this arrow? If you don't see this arrow, it means that the program was not successful and is not running on your phone. So if in the top bar it doesn't say running whatever you named your app on iPhone, then that arrow won't be there. So it has to be running, then the arrow will pop up. You're gonna add GPX file to project, and then that's where you add your files. So you would click this, Venice Test 2. I'm not gonna add it because I've already done it. So you would just hit add, and then once that's done, you click the arrow again, and you pick the one you want. So these are just some of mine, so I would select Venice Test 2. And then now that's running that on my iPhone. So as you can see, if you go over just to your maps, you'll see that it set me down here in Venice. And I promise you, I am not in Venice. I am far from it. But my phone now thinks I'm in Venice. And let's go to my app. This is Venice. So that's pretty much it, guys. Once you get to this point, if you're using Pokemon Go++, this is where you unplug. As soon as you've teleported, then you unplug. Don't worry about the walking. If you are trying to use your actual GPS, like use the Xcode to make it think you're walking without using a tap to walk, then here you'll just wait a minute. It takes him like sometimes a minute. The longer the route, the longer it'll take him to get started. So just wait. If he looks like he's trying to walk at all, then he will eventually start going along the path that you created. But I know most of you at this point just are going to unplug and use a tap to walk app. So this is where you do it. Now you're finished. Go, you know, have fun, do all that. Also, if you go through all this and you open your maps and you can see that you have in fact teleported, your phone does think you've teleported, but you open your Pokemon Go++ and you're still in your old location, all you have to do is turn off fake locations, because what happened is you had fake locations on, it saved wherever you were before, and now even though your phone GPS has changed, your app still is faking your location somewhere else. So sometimes you can just turn it off and then turn location services off, turn fake location off, then turn it back on, and it will update to the new spot. But sometimes that doesn't happen, so you have to turn the fake location off, close the app, then you reopen it, and it will pick up on the new point that your phone GPS thinks you're at. Then you just turn on fake location back on, and you can walk around. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was long. I had to pack a lot of information in there. I wanted to make sure you guys had as few questions as possible. So I hope it wasn't too long. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see. I should be making some Nest videos today. Always, you know, let me know what you need to find, what you need help with. I hope this helps you now so you can still teleport today even though the other teleporting app is down. Hopefully that one comes back very soon. And that's going to be it for me, guys. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.